this is Alan with the Grilling Network. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do something special. A good friend of mine was gracious enough to give me some avocados that he has growing in his backyard. These are Fuerte avocados or California green avocados. There are also the ones that we typically see in the stores are a dark brown, and those are Hass avocados. But I'm going to show you how I do a guacamole dip, and we'll do that now. Alright guys, I'm going to start off by peeling the avocados. I always sharpen my knives before every cook or when I'm prepping my vegetables and whatnot, so just a couple passes on the honing steel, and we'll go ahead and set that aside, and then pretty much just take your standard avocado and then just put it in the middle, and then just go around, run along the side, and then whoa, these are pretty ripe avocados. So what I'm going to do is just take a spoon, scrape off the inner flesh of the avocado, and I'm going to do that and finish up the rest of these avocados, and we'll check back. Alright, we'll go ahead and mix in the ingredients. We have a teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper. We have a teaspoon of, I'm using kosher salt, but you can use regular salt, but make sure you do it to taste. I'm using, again, about a teaspoon. And a teaspoon of lemon juice. You can also use fresh limes, but I didn't have any at hand, so I'm using lemon juice. And then to make it a creamy flavor, I'm adding about a tablespoon of sour cream. I'm going to go ahead and prep the vegetables, and we'll do that next. Alright, we'll go ahead and chop up the ingredients. I have about 3 cloves of garlic. I'll go ahead and do that now. The way I do it, I just take the butt of a knife and just beat it, and it really flattens it, and then you just cut it up into small, like a paste. And we'll do that one too. And then I'll just, again, make a paste. Be careful when you're doing this that you're not, getting too close to your fingers, and that way we don't need any blood in our guacamole. Haha. And we'll just throw that in there. We'll go ahead, and the serranos, you can use any kind of peppers. I like the flavor and taste of serranos, and what I typically do is I cut off the ends and I de-seed it. So I'm just going to cut it off, both ends, and then, actually I'm going to use a smaller paring knife, and then just right down the middle, and then I'm just going to de-seed it. The seeds make it a lot spicier, and I don't need it that spicy. I want everybody else to enjoy it as well. And then again, just small pieces. I'll go ahead and finish these up, and we'll check back. Alright, we've got about 2 tomatoes. We're going to go ahead and slice these up as well. I'm going to cut off the ends on these. That way it stands up, and then just again thin slices. Again, this is where a sharp knife comes in hand. It makes it easier for cutting tomatoes. And then just like roughly chop it. And then just add that mixture to the guacamole. I'll finish these up, we'll stir it up, and we'll add the last ingredient. Alright, we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to use about a medium-sized onion, but I'm going to use about half of it. Again, just cut off the end. That way it stays base, but stays flat. And then I just, everybody has a way of peeling onions. No rocket science behind it. Go in the trash. And then again, I'm just going to use about half of this. And that's when this knife comes in handy. It's big for cutting larger, items like onions, or move this out of the way, larger pieces of fruit and whatnot. So just doing a coarse chop and then just add to it. Finish chopping this up and we'll get to the next ingredient. Okay, for the last ingredient, it's cilantro. It's a Mexican version, and the easiest way to do it is take the stems and then just pull off the leaves of it. Some people use the stems as well, but I'm not going to do that. And then all you do is just bunch it up, make a big bunch right here, and then use your knife and then finally chop it up. And again, be careful that you don't cut your fingers. And then just toss it into the mixture, or the guacamole, or stir it up, and we'll plate it up next. Okay guys, we've plated up the guacamole, and I've added some chips. I'm going to try this out. With all of this, the ingredients, they are to taste, so you may want less or more of the peppers depending on how hot you want it, or less or more salt, and but this is the way I like it. That's phenomenal. Right guys, thanks again for watching my channel, and as always it's much appreciated. And I want to send a special thanks to my friend for giving me these avocados. And until next time guys, it's been a pleasure.